Banger alert! Banger incoming! I told y'all. I told you it would be here, and it's here. I was busy jerking off for an entire week, and the nut was crazy. But we're coming in. First time doing blow. You read the title. Took an unexpected turn. We have a few things to get out of the way. The story involves four people that I need to name. One of them we're just gonna call him his actual plug name, King David, because I think it's stupid. This guy's just a fucking crackhead. But we're gonna name my three homies, very famous philosophers, Diogenes, Aristotle, and Plato, because I love them and they watch my videos and they're awesome and I still hang out with them. And if you're watching this, mwah. So yeah, let's get right the fuck into it. Me and Aristotle and Diogenes, or no, me and Aristotle and Plato, okay, were house sitting for one of our friends. And prior to this, me and Aristotle specifically were really just trying to do ketamine for our first time. Like, that was our main goal. We had just gotten into the famous group, which I'm still debating on saying the actual name of it in these videos, but for now we're just gonna, for statute of limitations, I need to look into it. I'm gonna keep it on the low. But basically, we had just gotten into this community, I'll say. And it turned out to be a very large community, but this was right in the beginnings. This was grassroots start of this. You can assume what app this was on. So yeah, we were really trying to get ketamine, and we got into this community trying to search for it. And at this point, it had been like 2 full months, and no one had any sort of ketamine at all that they were willing to sell us, because all of them were fucking not sharks. I feel like we hadn't really met any sharks at this point, but like, you know, like electric eels, we'll say, like in the waters. And we were like, at this point, I was just a tadpole, bro. Like, all my experience was selling puff bars in fucking like freshman year of high school. So yeah, still just tadpoling around. Couldn't really get into good contacts. Couldn't really find some isomer S or R rods to fucking rail at my nose. And we were trying, and then this one point we met King David, and we were like, fuck, bro, he has blow. And he had it at a very intriguing price. And we were just like, you know what, fuck it, bro. Like, if we're not able to do K, like, why don't we just do blow? And I hadn't done blow since middle school at this point, so and that blow was just fucking dog shit, and that'll be a different story. But this one was the first time we got like actual, like, it was still shitty quality, but like it was actual cocaine, you know what I mean? We hit this guy up and he's like, yeah, bro, like, I'll slide on you guys. And me and Aristotle were like, shit, bro, like, we could just do it at our homie's house that we're house sitting. We're like just chilling in his crib, and we're waiting for King David to get on the line and give us the okay. And we're just like sitting there scheming, like, oh, what should we do, bro? Like, what should we do on cocaine, like, while we have it, bro? Because it's been so long, I forgot it was like. And Aristotle had never done it before. And at this point, Plato and Diogenes had both pulled up. So we're all here, and we're all about to, we're all about to just split a gram between the four of us, which I know, classic. But we're all sitting there, we're scheming, and we come up with a plan. We're like, okay, what if we try it, and if it's good, we watch Scarface for our first time, and then do blow as many times as Tony Montana does blow in the movie. Which, after watching this movie like 14 times, he doesn't act like his bitch does cocaine way more in the movie than he actually. I'm pretty sure he only does it like 6 times in the movie, but we still wanted to watch it and just be geeked as shit while watching it. And while we didn't end up doing it while we were house sitting, because it was just a gram and we were splitting it between 4 people, we knew that wouldn't be enough. But that was the big talk. Like, we were going to do that, and we were going to use this blow to see if we could go back to this guy and buy more blow to do this and see if it was worth it. So we finally, we get the okay, and he's pulling up on us from like 40 minutes away for 1 gram. So this is a telltale sign that he's selling some cut ass fucking blow. And I was the one who would always do the interactions with these people out of our group. So I was hitting the guy up, I was doing all the talking, the negotiating. I get all the money together, and we go and meet him by a park that is definitely in walking distance. But I had never met this plug before, and I had never bought cocaine on my own before. So I was like, okay, I definitely want to go with someone, at least like in a car, to meet him up in the parking lot. And which was, I guess, kind of smart, but at the same time, like, we didn't have any, like, I didn't have a gun at this point. So I would have been kind of screwed either way. So we meet up with him. We park our car 4 deep in the whip, and he's like, he pulled up in this fucking hoopty, bro. Like, holy shit, this thing. I'm pretty sure one of the windows was just duct tape. Like, it was one of those hoopty fucking Corollas. Still had the fucking spare on it. I'm just like, all right, I'll be the one to go hop in the whip and do the deal with him. So I get up to him, and he's like, I pull up to like his passenger side window, and I just kind of like wave at him a little bit, and he's like fiddling with shit. Like he's low-key scrambling like in the passenger side, kind of like trying to like cover up what he's doing a little bit. And he like peeps the window down. He's like, hey, pull up in the back. So I like pop the back passenger seat open, and I sit down. And immediately, instantly, he just pulls out a fucking Glock with a drum mag, 50-round drum mag. And low-key, was pretty cool, but in the moment I was like, oh shit, this is going down. And Glocks don't have safeties on them. And this thing was loaded. And I could see the fucking 40 cal through the barrel pointed right between my eyes as he's fucking looking back at me from the driver's seat, pointing this shit at me. And he's like, yo, bro, like, why the fuck you rolling 4 deep? He's basically just like interrogating me. And I was just like, I'm not all about that, bro. Like, we're just splitting this gram between 4 people. Like, none of these people have ever done blow before. I'm just here to grab for them. And then that was like not verbatim what I said. I was a lot more chill about it. I can't remember exactly what I said, but he ended up like slowly like kind of pointing it down. He's like, man, I'm sorry, bro. Like, fucking the county over I was just in, the police, like, they weren't even from that county that I was in. And they like chased me down in my car, and they like ripped me out of it once I like had, I don't know if he like ran out of gas or something, or if they actually ran him off the road, because his car looked fucked up, so they might have actually just pit maneuvered him. And basically what he told me is these cops like ripped him out of the car and just started beating the shit out of him. And they like fucking like left him like just fucking like beat to a pulp like by the side of the road somewhere, and they didn't even arrest him. They just beat the shit out of him. Like, they literally just assaulted him. And he told me that story, and I was like, yeah, that sounds like that county's police officers, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't laugh at him. I was like, damn, bro, that's fucked up. But in the moment I was like, dude, like, that's awful, bro. Like, I would never wish that on anyone. And just to give you a descriptive, this guy's like a very scrawny, white, blonde kid, about the same height as me. I don't know. It was really funny to me that he named himself King David. He finally like takes his Glock like all the way down. He stuffs it in the fucking glove compartment or whatever. Or not that would not fit in the glove compartment. He fucking puts it by his feet, I'm pretty sure. And then he pulls out this fucking Ziploc bag that's just like one big ass fucking brick. Like, still to this day, it was shitty blow, but it was the most blow I've ever seen in my life, bro. Like, this was like, it was definitely re-rock, but it was still it was a large rock of blow and just a fuck ton of powder at the bottom. And shout out to this guy, he actually broke me off a piece of it and weighed it in front of me, and he packed it fat for me, because he was like, you know what, you're cool, man. Like, I got to tell you this story, and you like felt bad for me or whatever, you understand. And so I'm like, yeah, man, like, I get it, bro. Like, I'm not here to do anything, bro. Like, none of us are like here to pull up on you or like anything. Like, I'm not about that. After he tells me the story and weighs out my gram, he passes it back to me, and I'm like, yo, thanks, man. Like, I wish you the best. Like, I hope that shit doesn't ever like come down like again. And he like keeps on yapping about it low-key, which I can't really remember what he's saying, because I kind of just tuned him out because I just wanted to do the fucking cocaine at this point. He finally is like, all right, I'm heading out now. I never heard from him again after this point, which I can only I've heard of other people talking about him in the community, and they were like, yeah, he has shitty blow. And that's like the only trace of him that was ever left. And I get the blow, we get in the whip, and I tell him the story. I'm like, yeah, dude, he fucking pointed a drum mag at my face. And I think it was like Glock 19. I can't remember. No, because Glock 19's a 9mm. I'm retarded. Fuck. What's a 40 cal Glock? I can't remember. I have no idea. It was a Gen 4 though. It didn't have the Gen 5 grooves. I know that. But I finally, like, we all get out, and we we're like, all right, like, how should we do this, bro? Because none of us I haven't chopped up blow, or I had never chopped up blow. The first time I did it in middle school was pre-chop for me, but this time we didn't have any of the strats down. So we just like, like we're house sitting. We all lived with our parents at this point. So just like in the middle of his fucking dining room, he has this like glass table. And we were just like, I mean, this is probably like the best place to do it. So instead of like taking the covers off the back of our phones and chopping it up on there, I literally like, I fucking I like got a Clorox wipe and wiped down the table with everyone because we're like, oh, we have to be sanitary. We're doing cocaine. And so we wipe it down and I put a dollar bill over it and I just start fucking like crushing it with my knuckle, bro. Like not even a credit card. And then I like lift up the bill and I start actually chopping it with like my fucking middle school ID because that's what we used to do. And I still had it in my wallet at that point. I'm pretty sure I still have my middle school ID in my wallet. Actually, now that I think about it, because that thing is stained, bro. I loved crushing up powders with that thing and just seeing all like the fucking stain build up on it. Like I never like licked the card. I would always just let it be there and have it like solidify in the card to be like, yeah, I crush up fucking perks with my middle school ID. So yeah, we crushed it up and we all do it off this guy's fucking dining table. His family's dinner table, bro. And he did not, like, we didn't even tell him about it until like a year later. And like we honestly were like scared that he wasn't gonna like fuck with it at all. Like he thought it was like kind of fucked up that we did that, but he ended up thinking it was really funny. Also because he ended up doing a lot of blow with us later. That was a pretty quick story about the first time me doing cocaine. I hope you enjoyed. Smash the fucking like button. Send it to hell. Subscribe. We're almost at 40 subscribers. I still have a 20 subscriber special that I'm making, which is a little counterproductive, but you know, I'm still keeping at 20 subscribers because you know the first 20, man, I love you guys. Thank you for all the support, dude. One of my shorts hit fucking like is at 1.5k views. That shit's awesome, man. I genuinely enjoy doing this shit so much. So thank you for all the support. But yeah, I will see you guys when the next banger comes out. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I left a little hint in the drug tier list video. You could assume what it might be. Yeah, Free Palestine.